something out of it. 2 times what equals 8?
4.
4 times 1 is 4. 4 times what equals 8?
2.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear. 2 times 3 is 6. So 3/4 becomes 6/8. 1/2 becomes 4/8. Now you can slide over this. Now, is this proper or improper?
Improper.
Because it's not heavy. So now you have to make it proper. Remember. Really?
That'll be...
Whoops, it's a foggy day in London town. Right, so it's 1, 2 left over, and the denominator is 8. Now this is where it really gets a little more complicated.
This isn't good.
This is a proper fraction. However, can this still be reduced? So 2 goes into 2 1 time. 2 goes into 8 4 times. So it would reduce to 1 and 1/4. So I didn't want to get that deep. I just want you to realize that there's another step. Let's do one more and then I'll pop you out. Okay. So let's try this one. And you know, because the denominators are not the same, we have to rename them. So, the easiest thing to do is just say 10 times 5, but it's up to you.
God bless.
Thank you.
The reason we had to reduce here, okay, is because we said,
I don't know why it's not.
and we went down, we said 4 times 2 is 8. If we would have looked at the 4 times table, 2 on the 4 times table, 2, 4, 6, 8, 4, 8. 4 would have been our first choice.
Patrick?
That's why we had to reduce it again, because we went to the second step instead of the first step. So you can reduce it here. You don't have to go for this big number. Matter of fact, now, if you were anyone else, I would say just use the 50 and then we'll talk about reducing it at the end. But you're pretty savvy. So if you look at the 5 and 10 times table, 5, 10, the first answer they share is, so 10 would be your denominator. You could use 5, but what's going to happen, or 50, but what's going to happen at the end, you're going to have to reduce. This way you're going to have your answer. Okay, dude.
Kaylin?
Yeah.
Come here, honey. Oh, never mind. Never mind it. I got it. My fault.
Okay, well, let's see. So, you said 10 times 1 is 10, 1 times 9 is 9, I agree. 5 times 2 is 10, 2 times 2 is 4, I agree. So then you, 9 tens, 6, 9 tens, this becomes 4 tenths. That becomes 11 tenths. Is that a prop? Oh. So where did we screw up?
No. That'll make that 13.
Oh, you're right. You were right
You
again.
did 7.
You're right. And then this is an improper fraction.
Stephen,
1
you
and 3
did
3
two
tenths
today?
cannot be reduced. That would be your answer. Good. So what is it you learned? What do we do that kind of changed this for you.
Writing it down.
Maybe writing
Instead
it
of
down.
They're not in London, I'm doing my fantasy.
See, and you had that right from the beginning, except you left it in improper form. Mrs. Rudy gave you credit for that, though, but in the real world, it probably wouldn't. She gave you credit because it didn't say to rename it as a proper fraction. That direction.
Alright, just give me a minute.
So that's good. Alright, dude, I want you to split because the longer you do it, your brain gets like jelly, you know? Hold on, Harrison, here he comes. So what did you learn? Like, what did you learn? That if the denominators are the same, when add or subtract, just slide it over. You can't leave it improper if the directions tell you you can't.
What? No.
Most of the time you can't. You have to make it proper. If the denominators are different when you add and subtract, then you gotta rename them. So you wanna look for the smallest number that goes in both. You could just multiply by the 2, but it'd just be a bigger number to have to reduce anyways. Alright, see you later. Steve, come on up. Good job. Al, you're typing your sentences, right?
You want my cookie?
What do you got, boss? You see this? What's wrong with that? What should it be? You have the right letter, what should it be, uppercase or lower? Now.
Okay. Now,
Did it make sense?
I sent you and Kaylin and Joe back to the computer to investigate. When you have the same denominator, when you're subtracting and
Copy
adding,
and paste it, put it
do you
back in
just
there.
slide it over or
And
do you have
now
to
let's
change something?
You can just subtract it.
Okay, perfect. So, here's the thing. Some teacher along the way, just like some teacher to me, they said then you can just simply say 4 minus 1 is 3, 2 from here is 3, and bring up your denominator. Now, you agreed.
Why does it keep doing that?
I just, the lesson for the day, because you're the third person I'm telling this, is sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't work, because you're talking about
Does
fractions.
it sound better?
Fractions are weird things, and people don't always know, like when you have 2/3 and you add it to 4/3, you know, does that become a whole new number, or it's like these slices of pizza. Until you put all the pizza back in the box and put them all together again, you're not sure what a whole is.
David, come get it. I'm not
I
bringing it
strongly
to you.
encourage, if you're going to be taking any kind of departmental test, you're going to go to school, in other words, you can't use a calculator to do this. I strongly suggest that you don't just assume, okay? I would basically take these proper fractions or mixed numbers and change them into an improper fraction. Just to do it the long way, just to be sure. So 7 times 8 is 28, 29, 30. You understand where I got that? 7 times 1 is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This goes over, 30 minus 12 is... What's the denominator?
No, shoot. It's Mia.
She's not in this period.
She was working on English.
Okay, so then this becomes a proper or improper fraction. Yes. So unless the directions say to you to rename, like on this page it doesn't really say it. See how it tells you specifically somewhere? Most of the time though, the thinking is you would have to change this to make it proper, which is basically a division problem. 7 goes into 18, not 3 times, but 2. Pretty great. 14 with remainder of 4. So the remainder comes up here, and the numerator is what? It's the number outside the house. Yes, so your answer would be 2 and 4 sevens. 18 sevens is 2 and 4 sevens. It's like saying Robert and Bob. It's like saying William and Bill. Okay. It's the same name, they just change it around so that they can add, subtract, they multiply, divide.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you say 2 times 7 is 14, 14
Yeah.
plus 4 is 18.
Did you work
That would
on
be
4
18
things today?
Same thing. However, they will mark it wrong
Yeah.
most of the time.
Why?
First, you're always looking to follow the direction. But don't mark it wrong if you generally leave it as an improper fraction usually, okay? This is much more challenging because the denominators are not the same. Do you want me to do another one first with the denominators the same to get it? Okay.
What?
Okay, so this is a baby one. So the denominators are the same. I'm gonna run to the ladies' room. You take roll. Now, I told you there's a danger of saying 3 plus 5 is, I don't want you to do that. I want you to change these into improper fractions, then drop the sign, and then fix. You understand what I'm saying? I did remember.
13 now. I'm guessing.
So I'm just gonna mark everybody present. I know I saw Tyler Gage in the cafeteria this morning as I went by.
He's here.
Like you have to stay. I'll be alright.
Okay.
It's cheaper.
What's up, babe?
I forgot I was in class. I thought I was at home for a second.
Well, you had these to do.
Oh, I had to do those too.
Yep. There you go, hon. Okay. What are you guys doing? I hope you're working on that, David.
Done.
No, no, yeah.
I'm seeing nothing for him there. It's in cons. Getting on my nerves.
So you're saying you looked and there's nothing?
Okay.
So what do you, I don't know. I'm gonna, alright, who are you helping?
Well, I was grading. How are you doing over there? You doing all right with that? Harrison? I got him practicing on that too, the sentences.
Al is just typing his sentences on Word first. And then you can tell, because his punctuation is fine, his spelling's fine. And then you can do whatever. I'll fix that as soon as I.
Yeah.
So now Cindy tells us yesterday to bring the Chromebooks into the meeting. So I didn't order a Chromebook, the deadline ended Sunday.
Midnight, right.
We have computers, so we don't need a Chromebook. Well, even